Have you ever wondered why you keep waking up at 2 or 3 a.m.? No matter how tired you are when you go to bed, you drift off just fine, but then wide awake in the dark, you lie there staring at the ceiling, wishing you could fall back asleep. The next morning, your body feels heavy, your mind foggy, and even simple tasks feel like a chore. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of Americans over 65 face the same frustrating pattern night after night. And here's the surprising part. It's not always about age stress or even the mattress you sleep on. Sometimes it's the very thing you thought was helping you, a simple glass of plain water before bed. But don't worry, you don't have to give up your nightly water. In fact, in the next few minutes, I'm going to share how adding just one natural ingredient, something you can find at your local grocery store, can help calm your nerves, steady your body, and guide you into the kind of deep, uninterrupted sleep you haven't felt in years. Stay with me because these gentle, proven tips might be the turning point for your nights. Before we start, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from, and what time is it right now? Share it in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them, no matter how ordinary the moment may seem. And if you find this content helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss the next simple, life-changing tip for better sleep and better health. Why sleep changes after 60 and what your evening water has to do with it. As we move past 60, our nights rarely feel the same as they did decades ago. The body's natural production of melatonin, the hormone that tells us it's time to sleep, begins to decline sometimes by half. Our internal clock or circadian rhythm can drift, making it harder to fall asleep at the right time and stay asleep until morning. On top of that, the bladder loses some of its elasticity, so it signals the urge to urinate sooner, even when it's only partially full. And because older bodies tend to lose water more quickly during the night, dehydration can quietly pull you out of restful sleep without you even realizing why. It's no wonder so many seniors wake in the middle of the night, sit on the edge of the bed in the dark, and wonder, why can't I just sleep like I used to? In the search for comfort, many of us reach for a glass of water before bed. It feels healthy, it's part of the routine, and for years it might have been harmless. There's no doubt plain water has benefits. It helps with hydration, supports digestion, and keeps your mouth from feeling dry. But here's the truth. Most people don't realize a glass of plain water doesn't provide anything your body specifically needs to relax into deep sleep. It doesn't calm the nervous system. It doesn't warm the body. And it doesn't offer essential components like magnesium, tryptophan, or melatonin, which play a critical role in helping you drift off and stay asleep. Instead, that water travels straight to the bladder. For someone under 40, that might not matter. But after 60, the bladder's reduced capacity means you're far more likely to wake up in the small hours, make the trip to the bathroom, and then struggle to get back to sleep. The result is a broken night's rest and a sluggish, low-energy morning. Now imagine replacing that plain glass with a cup of warm water gently infused with natural sleep-supporting ingredients. These additions can help calm your mind, relax tense muscles, keep your body at a comfortable temperature, and even stabilize blood sugar levels so you aren't jolted awake by hidden drops during the night. They work with your body, not against it, sending the message that it's safe to fully let go and rest. For example, a warm drink containing a hint of magnesium-rich seeds can act like a soft switch, turning off the day's mental noise. A touch of natural melatonin can help your body find its natural rhythm again. And ingredients that hold water within the tissues can keep you hydrated all night without flooding the bladder. These are small, accessible changes, yet they can transform your night from restless and fragmented to deep and restorative. In just a moment, I'll walk you through 5 simple ingredients you can add to your evening water. Each one has been shown to support sleep in a gentle, natural way, and they're easy to find in any grocery store or online. Let's start with one of the simplest and most overlooked options, a tiny seed that can calm the entire nervous system with just a single spoonful. Ingredient number 5, flax seeds. Flax seeds are one of those quiet little treasures you might walk past in the grocery store without thinking twice. You can find them in almost every supermarket in America, usually tucked near the baking aisle or the health foods section, and they keep well for months in your pantry. They may look simple, tiny brown or golden seeds, but inside each one is a package of nutrients that can help your body relax, settle down, and stay asleep longer. What makes flax seeds special for sleep is their rich magnesium content. Magnesium plays a key role in calming the nervous system, almost like a gentle hand telling your brain it's time to slow down. It helps quiet overactive signals in the mind, relaxes tense muscles, and allows the body to ease into its natural sleep rhythm. Alongside magnesium, flax seeds are an excellent source of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats help reduce levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that often lingers in the background and keeps your mind restless long after the day is done. When cortisol drops to a healthy range, the body stops sending those false stay alert signals that can break your sleep. Flax seeds also contain lignans, plant compounds with antioxidant and hormone balancing effects. For older adults, hormone shifts can influence mood, energy, and even the ability to get deep rest. By supporting hormonal balance, lignans may help you wake up feeling more steady and less irritable. Preparing flax seeds for your evening drink is easy. Take 1 teaspoon of whole seeds and soak them in warm water for about 15 to 20 minutes. As they sit, they form a light, natural gel that's easy on the stomach. If you have a sensitive digestive system, you can grind the seeds before soaking to make them even easier to absorb. When you drink the mixture, you'll notice it feels warm, light and gentle, comforting without being heavy. If you'd like to make it more flavorful, add a pinch of cinnamon for warmth or a splash of unsweetened almond milk for a creamy texture. These additions not only improve the taste, but can also offer their own small benefits for relaxation and blood sugar stability. I remember speaking with a retired teacher from Texas who had been struggling with waking up 3 or 4 times each night. He tried the usual solutions, cutting caffeine, adjusting bedtime, but nothing seemed to make a real difference. On a friend's suggestion, he began drinking a warm cup of flaxseed water each night before bed. Within 2 weeks, he noticed he was sleeping for longer stretches, sometimes 6 hours straight, without waking. He told me it felt like his body finally remembered how to rest. That's the quiet power of flax seeds. They don't work like a sleeping pill forcing you into drowsiness. Instead, they give your body the tools it needs to relax naturally, to let go of the tension that builds up through the day, and to hold on to that deep, nourishing sleep until morning. And that's why they're the first ingredient on our list, because sometimes the smallest changes can open the door to the most peaceful nights. Ingredient number 4, lotus seed powder. Lotus seeds might sound exotic, something you'd expect to find in a market on the other side of the world. Yet today you can order them with a click on Amazon or pick them up at many Asian grocery stores right here in the United States. These small, pale seeds have been valued in traditional medicine for centuries, and modern research is beginning to confirm what many cultures have known all along. They can help calm the mind, steady the body, and prepare you for deeper sleep. The secret lies in a group of natural compounds called alkaloids, with one in particular, nephrine, playing a starring role. Nephrine has been shown to gently slow the heart rate, reduce overactivity in the sympathetic nervous system, and help balance the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the control center for your body's stress response. When this system is overactive, your body keeps sending signals to stay alert even when you're lying in bed with the lights off. By helping to quiet this system, lotus seeds create the conditions for genuine rest. Preparing lotus seed powder for your evening drink is simple. Add 1 teaspoon to a cup of warm water heated to about 160 degrees. Stir until it blends smoothly, then let it cool to a comfortable sipping temperature. Drink it about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime, giving your body time to respond to its calming effects. The flavor is mild and slightly nutty, pleasant on its own, but you can add a splash of unsweetened almond milk if you prefer a creamier texture. Lotus seed powder can be especially helpful for those who feel anxious for no clear reason at night, who notice their heart racing as they settle into bed, or who wake in the early hours with no explanation. These are often signs that your nervous system is still in day mode, unable to make the full switch into rest. I recall a conversation with a woman in Florida who had been battling restless nights for years. She wasn't under unusual stress, but she often woke up 2 or 3 times a night, sometimes with a pounding heart. On the advice of her daughter, she tried a warm cup of lotus seed powder each evening. After just 1 week, she reported sleeping through the night for the first time in years. She told me it wasn't just the longer sleep, it was the peace she felt lying in bed, knowing her body was finally willing to let go. That's the gentle magic of lotus seed powder. It doesn't force sleep the way a pill might. Instead, it works with your body's own systems, easing them into balance so you can drift off naturally and stay there. For those of us over 60, finding that kind of calm before bed can make all the difference, not just in how we sleep, but in how we feel the next day. And as we move forward, we'll explore another small but powerful ingredient that helps protect your sleep from sudden interruptions during the night. Ingredient number 3, chia seeds. Chia seeds are one of those foods most of us in America already know well. You've probably seen them sprinkled over yogurt blended into smoothies or added to a fresh salad. They've become a staple in many kitchens because they're versatile, easy to store, and simple to use. But what many people over 60 don't realize is how much chia seeds can do for your sleep, especially if you tend to wake in the middle of the night with a dry mouth or that hollow, empty feeling in your stomach. One of chia seeds' greatest benefits is their remarkable ability to hold water. When soaked, each tiny seed absorbs many times its weight in liquid, creating a natural gel. This gel helps your body stay gently hydrated through the night, reducing the chance that mild dehydration will pull you out of deep sleep. Inside each seed is also a valuable amino acid called tryptophan. Your body uses tryptophan to make serotonin, which helps you feel calm, and then melatonin, which signals your body that it's time to rest. By supporting this natural process, chia seeds can help you not only fall asleep more easily, but also stay asleep for longer, more consistent stretches. Chia seeds are also excellent for keeping your blood sugar stable overnight. A sudden dip in blood glucose can trigger stress hormones that wake you up even if you don't feel hungry. The slow, steady digestion of chia gel prevents those dips, giving your body the steady fuel it needs until morning. Preparing chia seeds for your bedtime drink is simple. Add 1 teaspoon to a cup of warm water and let them soak for about 15 minutes. As they expand, they form that smooth, soft gel that's so easy to swallow. For a little extra flavor and benefit, you can add a thin slice of fresh lemon or a splash of tart cherry juice, both of which pair beautifully with chia's neutral taste. The first sip feels light and soothing, and as you drink, you may notice a gentle warmth settling in your stomach, just enough to make you feel comforted as you settle into bed. I remember speaking with a retired school teacher from California who struggled with waking up 2 or 3 times every night. She wasn't in pain, but her mouth felt dry, and sometimes her stomach felt just empty enough to keep her awake. At the suggestion of a friend, she began drinking a small cup of chia seed water about half an hour before bed. After a week, she noticed a change. She was sleeping through the night, more often waking with her mouth still comfortably moist and feeling noticeably more refreshed in the morning. She told me it wasn't just the extra sleep she appreciated, it was the peace of knowing she'd found a small natural ritual that truly worked for her. That's the beauty of chia seeds. They're familiar, affordable, and easy to prepare, yet their effects on nighttime comfort and rest can be profound. For older adults seeking a gentle way to protect their sleep from dryness, hunger, or sudden awakenings, they're a simple and dependable choice. And next we'll look at another ingredient that brings its own unique kind of nighttime protection, this time by keeping your blood sugar steady and your body comfortably warm through the night. Ingredient number 2, cinnamon powder. Cinnamon is one of those scents and flavors that feels like home in America. You might think of warm apple pie cooling on the counter, a sprinkle over your morning oatmeal, or the comforting aroma that drifts through the kitchen during the holidays. But beyond its place in our recipes and memories, cinnamon holds a surprising benefit for older adults who find themselves waking in the middle of the night, especially around 3 a.m. One of cinnamon's most valuable effects is its ability to help keep blood sugar levels stable through the night. When you go to bed after a light dinner or several hours without eating, your blood glucose can drop faster than you realize. In response, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to raise your sugar levels back up. The trouble is, these hormones also act like an alarm system, waking you up and making it hard to fall back asleep. Cinnamon helps slow that process, supporting steadier blood sugar and preventing those unnecessary nighttime wake-up calls. It also works in another way by helping to lower excess cortisol and adrenaline before bed. When those levels are calmer, your body is more able to produce serotonin, which relaxes you, and melatonin, which signals your brain that it's time for sleep. This makes cinnamon especially helpful for anyone who tends to wake up cold during the night or who finds themselves staring at the ceiling in the early morning hours. Preparing a bedtime cinnamon drink is simple and quick. Add half a teaspoon of pure cinnamon powder to a cup of warm water. Stir until it's blended, then mix in 1 teaspoon of raw honey. The honey not only adds a gentle sweetness, but also helps provide a slow, steady source of energy to support your blood sugar through the night. Drink it about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. You don't need to use it every day, 2 or 3 nights a week, or whenever you notice your sleep pattern slipping is often enough. I remember speaking with a gentleman from Ohio who had been struggling with early morning dizziness for months. He wasn't sure if it was his sleep, his blood pressure, or something else entirely. At the suggestion of a friend, he tried drinking cinnamon water with a touch of honey a few nights a week. Within the first month, he noticed he was sleeping more soundly and waking up without that lightheaded feeling. He said it wasn't just the better mornings that mattered. It was the relief of knowing he'd found a simple, natural habit he could trust. That's the quiet strength of cinnamon powder. It's familiar, affordable, and part of our everyday pantry, yet it can make a noticeable difference in how you sleep and how you feel when you wake. And next, we'll explore one last ingredient that helps signal your body to begin the deep rest cycle naturally, so you can reclaim the kind of nights you thought were long behind you. Ingredient number 1, tart cherry powder. If you've ever driven through Michigan in late summer, you've probably seen the orchards heavy with deep red cherries. Among them, the tart cherry stands out not for its sweetness, but for its natural power to support a better night's sleep. Tart cherries are one of the rare foods that contain a meaningful amount of natural melatonin, the very hormone your body produces to signal bedtime. As we age, our natural melatonin production declines, which is why it can take longer to fall asleep and harder to stay there. For older adults, even a small boost of melatonin from a natural source can make a noticeable difference. Research has shown that tart cherry consumption can help increase total sleep time, improve sleep efficiency, and reduce the number of times you wake during the night. It's not a sedative, it doesn't force you to sleep, but it works with your body's own rhythms, giving a gentle nudge to help you enter the rest cycle more smoothly. Many people also appreciate its mild anti-inflammatory effects thanks to its rich anthocyanin content. These compounds help calm low-grade inflammation that can cause restlessness, aching joints, or an overactive mind at night. Preparing tart cherry powder for bedtime is easy and doesn't require any special equipment. Simply stir 1 teaspoon of the powder into a cup of warm water about 30 minutes before you plan to sleep. If you prefer a whole food option, soak a handful of dried tart cherries in warm water for 1 to 2 hours, then drink the infused water and enjoy the softened fruit. The taste is pleasantly tart with a clean, refreshing finish, perfect for those who want something light before bed without added sugar or heaviness. Tart cherry is especially helpful for those who find themselves lying awake despite feeling physically tired, or for light sleepers who wake at the smallest noise. It can also be useful if you tend to dream vividly and wake feeling unrested, as it encourages deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. By helping you stay in each phase of the sleep cycle, longer tart cherry supports both body repair and mental clarity the next day. I think of a couple I spoke with from Arizona, both in their late 70s, who had been struggling with sleep for years. The wife often took over an hour to fall asleep, while her husband woke 3 or 4 times a night, sometimes staying awake for hours. They decided to try tart cherry powder together, making it part of their nightly routine. Within the first week, she was falling asleep faster, and he was sleeping through the night more often. After a month, they both described their mornings as lighter, saying they felt more alert and less weighed down by the fatigue they had grown used to. More than the improved sleep, they cherished the new ritual, sitting together in the quiet kitchen, sipping their warm, tart cherry drink, letting the day wind down side by side. That's the quiet beauty of tart cherry powder. It's not just about getting more hours of sleep, it's about improving the quality of those hours so your body can do the work it's meant to do at night. It offers a gentle, natural way to reclaim the kind of rest you may have thought was gone for good. For anyone over 60 who wants to fall asleep more easily, sleep more deeply, and wake feeling truly refreshed, tart cherry might be the missing piece. And as we wrap up this list of 5 natural ingredients, remember you don't have to use all of them at once. Even one small, consistent change can be enough to shift your nights from restless to restorative. The key is listening to your body, choosing the ingredient that speaks to your needs and giving it the time and space to work. Because better sleep isn't out of reach, it may just be waiting in a warm cup of water right in your own hands. Choosing the right ingredients and combining them safely. When it comes to improving your sleep, you don't need to add every single ingredient we've discussed. In fact, the best results often come from starting small, choosing just 1 or 2 that match your specific needs. If your nights are broken by anxiety or a racing heart, you might lean toward calming options like lotus seed powder. If dryness or hunger wakes you up, chia or flax seeds could be a better fit. The key is to match the solution to the problem rather than trying everything at once. Before you start, it's important to keep your health conditions in mind. If you have diabetes, pay attention to any sweeteners you add, even natural ones like honey. For those with high blood pressure, be mindful of ingredients that could interact with medications. And if you have allergies, whether to seeds, nuts, or certain fruits, read labels carefully and avoid anything that might trigger a reaction. This isn't about fear. It's about being informed and making choices that work for your body. A smart way to begin is to test one ingredient for several nights in a row. Notice how you fall asleep, how often you wake, and how you feel in the morning. Keep a simple notebook by your bed and jot down anything you observe. These notes can reveal patterns you might miss otherwise and help you decide if the ingredient is truly helping. Also remember that more water isn't always better at bedtime. A small cup, about 100 to 150 milliliters, or just under 2/3 of a cup, is enough to deliver the benefits without overfilling your bladder. That way you get the soothing effects of warmth and hydration without the frustration of multiple bathroom trips in the middle of the night. I once spoke with a gentleman from Oregon who tried 3 different ingredients over the course of a month, carefully recording how each one affected his sleep. By the end, he settled on tart cherry powder with a splash of almond milk. It wasn't the first thing he tried, but it was the one that worked best for him, and because he took it slow, he knew it was a genuine improvement, not just a coincidence. That's the beauty of this process. You stay in control, you listen to your body, and you make adjustments at your own pace. And when you find the right match, it's not just about sleeping better, it's about feeling more confident, more energized, and more at ease in your own skin each day. Conclusion: bringing it all together. Changing what you drink before bed may seem like a small adjustment, but for many older adults, it can completely reshape the night's rest. You don't need powerful sleeping pills or complicated routines. Just the right natural signal, delivered at the right moment, can guide your body back into deep restorative sleep. Try one of these simple, warm drinks tonight and pay attention to how you feel in the morning. Then share your experience with our community because your story might help someone else find their way to better rest. And if you enjoyed this guide, be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell, and tell us your age along with your sleep journey in the comments.